Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Is that crooked? I think it's crooked. Oh, more crooked. Never mind. This is a tag video, and I'm excited to do this tag video. This amazing lady tagged me, and her name is Cathy. Cathy from Cathy's Beauty Care Chats. She is a southern gal, and she has the southern charm, the southern beauty, the southern warmth, and I love her so much. I found her channel through a few other friends of mine. It could have been Ronald Lynn or Carol or one of those ladies, and I'm in love with this girl. I'm in love with her voice. I'm in love with everything about her. I love you, Cathy. Let's get on with this tag. First question, how old are you? I'm 63 years young. I will be 64 December the 18th. Question number 2. Do you have any pictures of yourself when you were younger? If so, show them. Yes, I do, and I will insert them right here. Right here. Number 4. What did you want to be when you grew up, and do you still want to be that? There were 2 things I wanted to be, and as you girls know, when I was at school, I hated school. I hated it. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But I really wanted to be a secretary. I have no idea why. I'm glad now I'm not a secretary. Would have been too boring for me. Not that I'm saying anything about being a secretary. All you gals out there who are secretaries, I'm sure you love your job. I'm just glad I didn't do that. Anyway, also another thing I wanted to be was a hairdresser. Obviously I became a hairdresser, but the one thing that I did want to do was I wanted to be a hairdresser on a cruise ship because I wanted the adventure. I did get part of that, so it's all good. I did become a hairdresser. Number 5 is show a video of yourself when you were little. Well, we didn't have video cameras back in those days. And number 6 is what were your favorite toys to play with? My favorite toys were my Barbie dolls, and my Barbie dolls, and my baby dolls. And what's the next one? What's the most embarrassing thing you can remember doing? I remember one thing. My sister and I were going into the town. We lived in a little village, and we were going into the town, and I guess I can't remember how old I was, but anyway, I do remember this. And we were getting on the bus, and I needed to pee, and I peed my pants. And so I had to walk around with wet pants all day. I had a dress on, so it wasn't too bad. At least, you know, it didn't show. But yeah, I peed my pants. That was pretty embarrassing. Read something you wrote in kindergarten. I was never in kindergarten, and I don't have anything from back then. My mom didn't keep any of that stuff. Read some. Number 9 is 3 songs you loved when you were younger. Okay, 3 songs. I was really into Elvis and Cliff Richard. Cliff Richard was my all-time dreamboat of a singer. And for you gals here in the United States and some other places, you probably don't know who Cliff Richard is. He came out around the same time as Elvis Presley did, so he was kind of our Elvis in the UK. So some of the songs that I loved were the songs he sang. One of them was The Young Ones, Bachelor Boy, and what was the other ones? Oh, there's tons of them. I have all, and I still have all his records to this day. What was one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween when you were younger? We didn't really dress up at Halloween. We used to go out begging, though, for money. That's what we did. We used to get money. Or apples. Things like that, right? Which you would never do now, right? Tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were younger. Oh, boy. Tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were younger. The peeing incident on the bus. I guess that was funny but embarrassing. I don't remember a lot of things like funny. Like we did a lot of funny things. I remember this one thing. And my sister and I, my best friend Gail, and I'm totally throwing you under the bus here, girls. We rolled up paper and lit it on fire, kind of smoked it. Isn't that terrible? Yeah, I'm embarrassed to say that. I really am. That's a terrible thing. I shouldn't even, yeah, but that was, like, it was kind of funny too. Are there any special things I kept from when I was a child? Oh, heck yeah. Do you want to see them? First of all, this is my Tracy doll. I don't have my Barbies or my Cindy dolls anymore, but I do have my Tracy doll. And she was the one, look at her, isn't she gorgeous? Look at the outfits I still have on her. Look at that. Look, and the stockings. And she's a shameless hussy. She has no underwear on, but she has these gorgeous black stockings. And she has this piece up here that grows when you push the button in her tummy, and this piece of hair grows long. And I used to style her hair. And she's beautiful. She's still in great condition. Still have the little beret. I had little shoes for her, but they're all gone. So I still have that. And I have my baby doll. Still my baby doll. She's missing a shoe and a sock. I think it's in the box somewhere. And she has underwear on that I made her myself. I made these underwear. Isn't she lovely? She's my baby doll. And I have my first teddy bear. My eldest sister bought me this teddy bear when I was about, I don't know, when I was born, or maybe when I was 1 year old. And so that would make this teddy 61, 62 years old. And look at this teddy has been restuffed, and he's almost bald, like he's lost all his hair. But he's an antique. Love my teddy bear. And then when I was 10 years old, I got this teddy bear. And it was the year my eldest sister's baby was born, and we both got one of these. So her new baby got one, and I got one. So that's some of the things I still have. And that was number 12. So number 13 is, what was something weird you used to do as a child? I know that. Something weird I used to do as a child was, well, two things. Okay, wouldn't be me, but I'd have to be like a total rebel and do two weird things. A lot more than that, but two weird things that I really remember. And one of them was, I have this huge long tongue, and my tongue can touch my nose. You want to see? Oh, I think my tongue is shrunk. I used to be able to touch the tip of my nose. And the other thing I used to do, which was weird, was I used to chew the inside of my lip, right in here. And I used to sit. I think that was more of a nervous thing, and I used to do that at school. I'd sit and do this. It was weird. What was the scariest thing you can remember happening to you when you were younger? Oh, the scariest thing for me was ongoing. It was something that my sister and I were both afraid of. And like for us, it was real. It was real. We were sure that as soon as we turned the lights out at night, there was something moving around under our bed. I'm not kidding you. I seriously, it was terrifying. Terrifying. Every night we'd go to bed, we'd turn the light off, and we were afraid that there was something under the bed. And if we had to get up to go to the bathroom, we were afraid because if we put our feet out of the bed and touched the ground, whatever it was underneath the bed would grab our legs and pull us under. That's how scared we were. So to this day, I don't sleep in the dark. I never sleep in the dark. I always have. Our bedroom has an ensuite bathroom, so we leave the door open, and you can see just the little night light that's plugged in. So when I wake up at night, there's always that little glow coming from the bathroom. I know, I'm weird. Okay, how is the world different now than when you were younger? The world is so different in, oh gosh, in over 50 years, things have changed so much. We didn't have anything. Literally, we had nothing when we were growing up. So there were no telephones, there were no refrigerators. I remember getting our first TV, and it was one of those little square box black and white ones with the bubble, you know, like a little bubble TV. And that was in the early 50s. So I was really quite young then. I might have been 3 or 4 years old when we got our first TV. We played outside, we got dirty. We watched TV maybe once a week on a Sunday afternoon, and after church we were allowed to watch a movie, and it was usually an old movie, a James Cagney movie, and to this day I'm a James Cagney fan, and it would be Betty Davis or Humphrey Bogart or one of those old Hollywood movies. So that is, you know, how the world has changed. You know, no cell phones, no way of communicating to other people. If you wanted to go visit someone, you just showed up on their door. People always dropped in, and we played together. We ate together at the dining room table. Every night we had dinner together. And family really, really meant something in those days. Family was being together, and you know, it was a different time altogether. Kids nowadays, they don't know what it's like to sit down around the table. I still make my kids sit down and eat at the table. It's just something that we do, and so we tried to do it when they were growing up. It wasn't always possible because my husband worked shift work at General Motors. And you know, the kids were always rushing and doing their thing, going to sports and hockey and you know, hockey practice, or you know, swimming lessons or Cub Scouts, and you know, it was rush, 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 and we would eat and run. So things were different. Things were different then. Anyway, that is it for me. I really appreciate Cathy tagging me in this video. It was fun to do, it was fun to reminisce, and it was fun to drag all these toys out of my storage box and the pictures. So thank you very much for tagging me, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, love you all. Don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle.